Bradley Wolfe, and welcome to my Bracketology. So you can see here are my who would currently be the auto bids if the season ended today. We have Jacksonville, Bryant, Houston, Davidson, so on and so forth. So my plan is to make a bracket with all them teams in it, and let's start in the West, since they are technically probably gonna have the least Big Ten teams in it. All the Big Ten teams are trash in my book. I can't talk because our football team just got my Iowa State Cyclones football team just got stomped on 62-14, so I have no room to talk. But anyway, my number one overall seed. Obviously, we just saw North Carolina lose to Iowa State yesterday. We've seen Gonzaga lose. We've seen Baylor lose. We've seen Kansas now lose. So my number one overall team is probably Houston. That's who I'm going to go with. And they will get a first four battle between Bryant and I want to use all the auto bids first. Obviously, you see Missouri would be in the auto bid if it ended today. And we'll be updating this bracket teams list daily. So I will post something quick tomorrow, continuing this. But I think the team I got my eye on for this first four matchup are the Grizzlies of Montana. We're going to review this in a little while. Eventually, I'm going to type this all up. My 8 seed, I think it's a team that's trending up. Right now, they're undefeated. They're out of the Missouri Valley Conference. I think you know where I'm going with this. The Drake Bulldogs out of Des Moines, Iowa. I think I'll take them as my 8 seed in this bracket. My 9 seed, it's kind of a tough one because there's a lot of tough ones out there that probably deserve to make it, but probably wouldn't. As my 9 seed, who am I thinking of? Should go in that spot. It's obviously not going to be one of these teams. It's obviously going to be a team that everyone's got their eye on. I mean, we saw Iowa State win yesterday, but I think they're higher than a 9. I think they'll be a 3 or a 4. I'm going to go with Texas Tech, the Red Raiders. I think Drake, Texas Tech, that would be a good matchup. For my 5-12, 5 seed, I am going to go Kansas. Obviously, after that, they did not look good in that loss yesterday to Tennessee. And Tennessee did get beat by a very, very underwhelming Colorado Buffalo squad. So that's what leads me to believe they'll struggle a little bit, come tournament time. I think you'll agree with me that Kansas is overrated. North Carolina is overrated. You know where I'm headed with this. My 12 seed, the Bulldogs of Yale, I think will be a 12 seed. And here's the reason why I think Yale, they look tough. I think Kansas could have a run for their money if they do get Yale. I think the Jayhawks will definitely have a run for their money. My 4 seed, I am going to go. Why do I say this every time and they lose in the first round? The Iowa Hawkeyes. Here's the reason why I'm going Iowa and not Indiana. I think Indiana's a little higher rated team. I think they're tougher than the Hawkeyes. I think Purdue's tougher than the Hawkeyes, for Pete's sake. So I'm going to take the Hawkeyes as my 4 seed. Obviously, I'm giving them a little too much there. And for my 13, I am going to go. I'm going to go one of these teams out of here. I'm going to go a team that's not on anybody's radar, but would be an auto bid. I'm going to go the UNLV Rebels to go up against the Hawkeyes. I think they could upset Iowa. kind of like Richmond did last year. Let's go to the bottom half of the West, and obviously I will be making a graphic and posting this in the chat eventually. We're gonna go the 2-15 matchup and up. Let's start with the 2 seed. Call me crazy, but I don't think Indiana will be in this bracket. Call me crazy. But if the season ended today, the Wildcats of Arizona would be the auto bid out of the Pac-12. I'm saying they're 2 seed. The Arizona Wildcats, I'll take them as my 2 seed. As my 15, I'm going to go McNeese State. I'm not screwing around today. I've done my homework. They're really not a very good team. I think Arizona could have an easy matchup in the first round. Has this happened? So, yeah. I'll take Arizona as my 2 seed. And McNeese State 15. 7-10. This is a little bit of a toss-up. I mean, you can see anybody in this spot would take someone else over Tennessee, but yet again, Tennessee did lose to Colorado, so that doesn't shock me that I would take Tennessee as a 7th seed. But let me think. Okay, I'm losing my mind here. I got dead air going. I'm going to go Navy, the midshipman. As my 7 seed. And the reason why is they've looked pretty good. I mean, as my 10, I'll take the auto bid out of the SEC. I'm going to take the Missouri Tigers. If the season ended today, they would be the auto bid out of the SEC, and there's reasons why they'd be the regular season champs. They would get in. They're unbeaten. But come conference play, I think they'll have a little tougher of a schedule. They'll have teams like Auburn, Alabama, Arkansas thrown in there. So yeah, I'll take my chances and say Missouri makes the tournament, but they'll struggle a little bit come conference play. I think they'll be a lower seed. So yeah. As the 3 seed in this bracket, Kansas State looks tough, but I'm going to go the Cyclones of Iowa State. Iowa State. And here's the reason why. Did you see how good Caleb Grill looked against North Carolina? If they could do that every game, I think they could beat. Well, I got too many tabs open. They could beat anyone. They could really stop anyone that comes in their way. They have a tough conference. I think they could win the conference, but Kansas State, as you can probably see, would be the auto bid. And that right, I keep an eye on all these teams that are on this document here. For the 14th seed, let's say the Bobcats of Quinnipiac. If the regular season ended today, they would obviously be a top-rated team right now. I mean, they're tough. I think Iowa State could have a good one there. And plus, it set up a good Elite Eight matchup if Iowa makes it past the first round, that is. Between Iowa State and Iowa, I think they could do that. 6-11. I hate to say this. but I don't have an idea. But I think I do now. I'm going to go another Pac-12 team here, and I'm going to say... Actually, let's go SEC. I'm going to take Tennessee as a lower seed, even though they upset Kansas last night. I'll take them as a 6, but not much higher right now just because of that loss to Colorado. They looked better last night than they had in a while. but I really think they're not a top-rated team at this point. And I think look at another Power Five team. It's really not doing too well this season, but it won't be an SEC team. Don't worry, I'm not that dumb. It actually won't be an Power Five team. No, I'm sorry about that. Stop that. Stop. Okay. I'm going to go the Red Storm of St. John's as my 11 seed. So let's review the complete bracket for the West. Houston 1, Arizona 2, Iowa State 3, Iowa 4, Kansas 5, Tennessee, Houston against the winner of, I should summarize it better this way. Top seeded Houston would take on the 16th seed, either the Bulldogs of Bryant or the Grizzlies of Montana. 8-9 matchup will have the Bulldogs of Drake against Texas Tech. 5-12 we have Kansas, the Jayhawks against Yale. Iowa, the Hawkeyes as the 4th seed, they will take on 13th seeded UNLV. And 6th seeded Tennessee against St. John's, the Red Storm. Iowa State Cyclones as the 3 seed against the Bobcats of Quinnipiac as the 14th. The 7th seeded Navy Midshipmen against the 10th seeded Missouri Tigers. And 2nd seeded Arizona against McNeese State. Debate me if you want. Let's go to the Midwest. Next bracket we'll do. Once again, we'll have a first 4 in each of these. So this one will probably be the 11 seed. Let me set up real quick for this one. I should have this set up beforehand on my paper, but I don't. Wouldn't use my head. And plus I just got off work, so yeah. Yeah, you may think it's a little early for college basketball brackets to be coming out, but ESPN and CBS Sports beat me to it. So I wanted to have a preseason one, but obviously I was busy during the off season. So as my 1 seed, I'm going to take Virginia. They're winning the ACC right now, and it's quite clearly at a point in the season where I think they'll take over and win the SEC. I mean ACC. Excuse me, I'm tired tonight. I'm sorry. They will take on the Anteaters of UC Irvine in my book. If the season was to end today, they would probably get in. Let's highlight the ones we've used. So let me highlight the ones we've used so far. Kansas. Okay, the ones we've used will be highlighted in yellow. No. Quinnipiac was used as a 14, so they go there. UNLV. This is just so I don't forget I've used them. Huh. That's funny, but it's true. It's sad, but it's true. Highlight that. St. John's was not a bid. So, yeah. Something's making me laugh. I don't know what. Who knows? Oh, I highlighted Sanford. Okay, that's that. Then we used in this side UC Irvine and Virginia. Here's start to lag. Oh, my mouse went off on me. Sorry about that. Then UC Irvine, the Anteaters. Oops. Oops, wrong color. This gives me an idea on what I have left. As my 8 seed, oh yeah, I used Arizona. Should I use them? See, I'm already forgetting. My 8 seed. We're gonna go outside the box here. Box. We're going outside it, and I'm gonna say. Actually, I don't know what to think about this 8 seed spot because we're gonna come back to that. I've used Montana and Bryant as well. Let's highlight those two real quick. See what I can do. I forgot to use them too as a first one matchup. For my 8 seed, I may be going a little high on this team, but I'm going to go to the Billikens of St. Louis out of the A10 conference. And I'll have them take on. Who would be a good 9 seed? Comment below if you think an Autobid should be a 9 seed in this bracket, but. We got another team out of the SEC. I'm going to go Alabama as a 9 seed for that one. Let's go to the 5-12. I'm up in the air right now. I'm going to go for the 5 seed. Is there a Power 5 team yet available? No. Indiana, I really think they're a little higher rated of a team. They could be a 1 seed threat. Texas, there's Kansas State. I believe if they win that, they'll be a 1 seed. I might go Gonzaga. Gonzaga is a 5 seed. We'll have them take on Davidson. 12. So let's highlight Davidson here in yellow. As my 4 seed, let's go Kentucky. I really think they're a little lower rated team. Let's have them take on the Cougars of Charleston. Six 11. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Kent State against Middle Tennessee. Let's highlight them too. Just use them. Okay. 3. I'm going to go Indiana as a 3 in this bracket. I'm going to have them take on Norfolk State. Let's highlight Norfolk State there. Indiana. I really think Indiana can be a 2 seed. They get a big win, but not really yet. What? That's what a lot of people are thinking right now. And you think Kansas State's a 2 seed? Well, they're a 2 seed, probably. Possibly. As my 7, I'm going to go St. Mary's. The Gales. Because if they were at the season ended today, they would be the auto bid, not Gonzaga. But that would surprise me. Gonzaga's lower than a 5. And as my 10, I'm not going to go anybody on here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, who was I thinking of? I'm going to say Virginia Tech. As my 2, I want to go Kansas State. As my 15, I am going to go with Wright State. Yeah? In a minute. Just give me a little bit here. All right. We'll do a part 2 to this as well. So there will be 2 parts. Shoot. Scratch out Middle Tennessee as the 11. They'll be in our first 4 game for that 11 seed. Middle Tennessee. Forgot I had a firstborn against Southern Miss. All right, we'll review this bracket in part 2. All right, let's go to part 2. Okay. Okay, I have it. Let's go part 2.